Welcome back everyone. Today we will be looking at the mid-tier characters in Brawl. I already did a video on the low tier, so check that out if you haven't already. Now let's get into the video. To start off the mid-tier, I have the heaviest character in Brawl, Bowser. Bowser is a slow and heavy character who is immensely strong. All of Bowser's smash attacks are very strong, all holding kill power. His up smash has great range and does a good job of protecting Bowser. This is probably Bowser's best and most consistent kill option. His forward smash and down smash are both pretty slow moves and have more lag than Bowser's up smash. They are both still strong, but should be used carefully. Bowser's side special and down special are also very strong moves. His side special doesn't have great range, but the move goes through shields, making it very useful. Bowser's down special is a slow move that's pretty easy to avoid, but it can still be used as a mix-up for ledge guarding. If Bowser starts this move while he's guarding the ledge, it can hit opponents who are trying to reach the ledge. This move has to be spaced properly though, so Bowser doesn't miss the ledge. This move is also good for ledge hogging, since the move ends with Bowser grabbing the ledge. But be careful, if Bowser doesn't do the move quick enough, Bowser might be the one who gets ledge hogged. Bowser's best move for ledge guarding though is definitely his Fire Breath. This move is great at catching opponents who are going for the ledge. This move is also just one of Bowser's better moves for racking up damage. Bowser can also sometimes try to ledge guard his opponent with his forward air, but Bowser can't go too far away for ledge guarding, or he might not make it back to stage because of his bad recovery. Bowser's recovery does a good job of protecting him, but doesn't give him much horizontal distance and basically gives him no vertical distance. That's kind of a problem for a character who is heavy and has fast fall speed. Bowser isn't easy to ledge guard against, but his recovery is so bad, there's not usually any need to try and ledge guard him. If Bowser's biggest weakness isn't his recovery, then it's definitely his size. Bowser is huge, making him an easy target to hit. His size also doesn't allow for him to be very mobile. His lack of speed makes it hard for Bowser to approach, and his approach options aren't very good. His dash attack is horrible, probably the worst dash attack in the game. It's not very strong, it's extremely slow, has high end lag, and is easy to avoid. Bowser doesn't really have any other approach options, which is a problem when he doesn't have any projectiles. This makes it a huge mismatch when Bowser has to go up against characters who have a good projectile. Bowser is a lot better against characters who don't have any projectiles. This means Bowser won't have to approach and will allow Bowser to fight close up, which is where Bowser thrives. Bowser has some pretty good close-up moves. He has a good neutral attack that is very quick and has good range. He also has some good tilts too. His up tilt is his best tilt. It has good range, making it an easy move to land. His down tilt is good at keeping his opponents back. His forward tilt is his worst tilt. It has good range but is pretty slow. To sum up Bowser, he's a good close range fighter, decent ledge guarder, and has plenty of kill moves, but has a horrible recovery, has no projectiles, has no good approach options, and is slow and a big character who is easy to hit, keeping Bowser at the bottom of low tier. At number 23 is one of the most underrated Brawl characters, Ganondorf. Now, I think Ganondorf isn't actually a bad character in Brawl, and this is coming from the same person who ranked him as the second worst character in Brawl in my last rankings. Yes, Ganondorf is slow and has a lot of laggy moves, but if used correctly, Ganondorf can be a force to be reckoned with. Ganondorf is an extremely slow character with no projectiles, making matches against good projectile characters extremely difficult for Ganon. Ganondorf's down special Warlock kick does help compensate for Ganondorf's slow speed. This move can also be good for ledge guarding. The move is great for stopping characters from recovering horizontally. This isn't even Ganondorf's best option for ledge guarding though, as Ganondorf is actually a pretty good ledge guarder. Ganondorf's up air is a great move for knocking his opponents off stage and giving him a chance to ledge guard them. If his opponents try to recover low, Ganondorf can use his best option for ledge guarding, which is his down air spike. Ganondorf's down air might be his best move. It is extremely strong and has insane range. When a move like that also has the ability to spike, you have yourself one of the best moves for ledge guarding in the game. Performing this move also slows down Ganondorf's fall speed, allowing him to still get back to stage afterward. This down air is also an effective move against Ganon's opponent on the ground, because the down air deals an insane amount of hit stun on the opponent. This usually leaves Ganon's opponent open for another attack, which usually ends up being Ganondorf's up air. It's actually pretty crazy, but Ganondorf truly has a lot of good aerials in Brawl. His neutral air is a pretty safe move with good range. His back air and forward air are both extremely strong, and I already mentioned how good his up air and down air are. On the ground, Ganondorf also has some pretty safe options. His neutral attack and down tilt are both quick moves with good range and little lag. His down tilt can even be comboed into with his side special. Ganondorf's side special is a move that aids Ganondorf in recovery by giving him decent horizontal distance. But this move is better offensively. It's not an extremely quick move and isn't a kill move or anything, but it's still very effective as it basically serves as a long-range grab. It's a good mix-up move for Ganon when his opponent becomes too shield heavy, which actually happens a lot because Ganondorf's opponents will shield a lot because they don't want to get hit by Ganondorf's many strong moves. Ganondorf's grab range itself isn't great, but he does have some pretty good throws out of grab. The bottom line for Ganondorf is he's by far one of the strongest characters in Brawl. Even his moves that are pretty safe have good kill power. This means Ganondorf won't have to rely on smash attacks to kill, which is something that many characters in Brawl have to rely upon, and usually ends up costing them, because they are trying so hard to land a smash attack to kill that they can't just use the best move in that situation. Ganondorf can always use the best move in any given situation, because basically all of his moves are kill moves. I mean, even his dash attack is the strongest dash attack in the game and will always kill by 120%. And many times Ganondorf's opponents won't even get that high in percent because Ganondorf can finish them off even earlier with his good ledge guarding. Yes, Ganondorf has some really slow and laggy moves that should never be used, like his neutral special and up tilt, but he doesn't ever need to use those moves because he has many other ways to finish off his opponent. No, I'm not saying Ganondorf is one of the best characters in Brawl, but he's definitely not the worst, and I think it's time for people to realize that. At number 22 is Toon Link. Toon Link is a fast character and is very small, making him a small target to hit. He also is a projectile character. Toon Link has 3 projectiles at his disposal, with his bow and arrows, bombs, and boomerang. His bow and arrow is extremely slow and easy to avoid even when it's charged up, making it a pretty useless move. His boomerang and bombs, though, are both good projectiles. His boomerang is very quick and hard to avoid, and his bombs are pretty large, having a big hitbox. His bombs are also useful for ledge guarding. Even though Toon Link has this as a good option for racking up damage when ledge guarding, he doesn't have any good options to finish off his opponent when ledge guarding. His forward air is probably his best option, but even that doesn't have great kill power, which is a common theme with Toon Link's aerials. Toon Link has some pretty quick but extremely weak aerials, with the exception of his down air, which has decent kill power. His other aerials, though, are weak. His up air, back air, and forward air all have just decent range, but no kill power. His neutral air also has no kill power, but it has good range and is easy to land, making it Toon Link's best aerial. Unfortunately, though, Toon Link doesn't have good range on a lot of his moves, because even though he has a sword, it's actually one of the smallest weapons in the game, and is honestly more like a knife than a sword. If this sword was bigger, this would make Toon Link a much better character in Brawl, giving him good range on the majority of his moves. Toon Link's dash attack, neutral attack, and down tilt all have just decent range. His up tilt and forward tilt both have bigger hitboxes though, giving them good range, and making them good options for racking up damage. His up smash also has good range, but isn't extremely strong. His forward smash is the opposite. It doesn't have good range, but it is very strong. His down tilt, though, isn't strong or has good range. This is a big problem for Toon Link because it means that he has no consistent kill options. He can't kill with smash attacks and can't kill at ledge guarding, and he only has decent range on most of his moves. These are the main reasons that Toon Link has dropped down some from my last rankings. The reason he didn't drop down in the low tier was mainly because he is a tough character to punish. He is very small and quick. He's not easy to punish because most of his moves are quick with little lag. He's also not easy to ledge guard against, and he's great at racking up damage with his tilts and projectiles. Toon Link is not a very good offensive character, but have fun trying to find opportunities to punish him. At number 21 is one of the quickest characters in Brawl, Fox. Fox is extremely quick, and so are the majority of his moves. All of his tilts are quick. Fox's down tilt is quick but doesn't have good range. His forward tilt and up tilt, though, both have good range. His up tilt is his best tilt. Fox can also use this move in combos. His down air can combo into it, and so can his dash attack. His dash attack has good range and is one of the better dash attacks in Brawl. Fox also has one of the best neutral attacks, which is a very quick move that is great for racking up damage. It's pretty clear that Fox has a lot of quick ground moves, but what about his aerials? Well, he really only has one really good aerial, while the others are either decent or bad. His back air is his worst aerial. Back airs are usually good options for ledge guarding in Brawl, because they have good range with long-lasting hitboxes. A good example of this is King Dedede's back air. Unfortunately, Fox's back air only has decent range and is honestly too quick. It has a short-lasting hitbox, making it hard to land, similar to Samus's back air. His forward air isn't great either, while his neutral air and up air are just decent. His really good aerial is his down air. It has good range and is very quick, and has longer lasting hitboxes. The reason this move is so great is really because of its multiple uses. It is a good option for ledge guarding because it can meteor smash. It also can cause tripping if it hits the opponent on the ground. This is why the move can easily lead into different combos, the best of which is his up smash. This helps give Fox a good kill option. His smash attacks on their own aren't great though. His down smash is strong but lacks good range, while his up smash and forward smash have good range but aren't extremely strong. So even though Fox can combo into his up smash with his down air, it still doesn't mean this move will kill. This brings up Fox's greatest weakness, which is his lack of a strong kill option. Besides his down air spike, Fox will not kill early, even with his smash attacks. A lot of his moves while being quick are not strong. Other than that and a few bad aerials, Fox is pretty good. He has a good recovery and is decent at ledge guarding, has several quick moves and combos, all while being one of the fastest characters in the game. At number 20 is two characters packaged as one fighter, Zelda and Sheik. Unlike Pokemon trainers, Zelda and Sheik don't automatically switch into the other when they lose a stock. This means it is possible to play the entire match with just one of them. This is probably a good thing to do because the transformation into the other character takes a long time, making it easy to punish in a match. To do the transformation safely, it will have to happen when your opponent doesn't have an opportunity to punish it, which is usually when they are off stage or after they have just been killed. This is a real inconvenience, because if the transformation takes place when the opponent is off stage, then you're basically just giving up a great opportunity to ledge guard. Here's the deal. Zelda is good at killing and Sheik is good at racking up damage. Neither character is good at killing and racking up damage, so switching characters during the match is usually a necessity. Switching into Sheik is usually no problem, because it's good to do that after Zelda has just finished off the opponent, giving her an opportunity to switch into Sheik. Sheik will usually have to switch into Zelda for the kill, and the only safe time to do that is when the opponent is off stage, which is taking away a real nice ledge guarding opportunity from Sheik. Which is a shame because Sheik has one of the best back airs in Brawl that is great for ledge guarding. I honestly would only switch into Zelda if the opponent was a tough character for Sheik to ledge guard against. If Sheik is facing a character like Donkey Kong or Bowser, I'm ledge guarding all day, and I'm never switching to Zelda. But if it's against Falco or Fox, I better just switch to Zelda and forget about trying to ledge guard. Zelda's main ways of killing are her smash attacks and aerials. Her back air and forward air are both very strong, but only kill if they hit the sweet spot, making them inconsistent kill options. Zelda's up smash and forward smash, though, are both consistent kill options with great power and tremendous range. Zelda's fireball projectile also has great range and has a massive hitbox. It's pretty easy to shield against, but hard to time up an air dodge against, making it Zelda's best option for ledge guarding. That's the main positives about Zelda. Her main weakness is her lack of quick and safe moves. Most of these moves are her ground moves. Neutral attack, dash attack, up tilt, and forward tilt are all underwhelming. Sheik is pretty much the opposite. She has a great neutral attack, good dash attack, and some of the best tilts in the game. Her down tilt is decent, her up tilt is good, and her forward tilt is the best forward tilt in Brawl because of its great combo potential. It can combo into itself several times before Sheik finishes it off with an up smash. Her up smash isn't very strong, but is quick enough to hit the opponent while while they are still stunned from Sheik's forward tilt. This is pretty much Sheik's only kill option, at least under 200%. Yeah, that's how weak Sheik is. This is one of the most frustrating things to me in Brawl, is how Sheik should easily be a top 10 Brawl character with her insane speed, quick moves, and great combo potential, but she's extremely weak. I mean literally, every move she has is weak. No matter how much range and no matter how quick it is, it's probably not going to kill. Forward tilt into up smash at no earlier than 130% is pretty much the only way she's killing, unless she can knock her opponent far enough off stage with her back air and then ledge hog them. That's assuming her opponent doesn't have a good recovery. Sheik's own recovery isn't very good. It's the same recovery that Zelda has. It has poor range vertically and horizontally, and is pretty predictable and easy to ledge hog against. This is Zelda's only recovery option, but Sheik's side special also helps her recover. It's a tether recovery. It doesn't have great range, but it's way safer than using the up special recovery, and should be used as much as possible to avoid having to use the up special. Zelda and Sheik also have similar weight. The problem is they weigh as light as a feather. They are extremely light and die super early because of it. This, along with their bad recovery and insanely long and easily punishable transformation, are the main issues with these characters as a whole. Individually, Sheik's main weakness is killing, and Zelda's main weakness is her inability to rack up damage with quick and safe moves. Because of these major weaknesses, I don't think these characters would be ranked very far away from the number 20 spot if I rank them separately, though I do tend to think that Sheik is the better character over Zelda because of her better speed, recovery, and combo potential. To me, Zelda and Sheik should have been so much better in Brawl if they were just given some very obvious needed upgrades to cover up their major weaknesses. It's honestly just a disappointment that they are down this far in the rankings. At number 19 is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is one of the biggest characters in Brawl, but he is surprisingly fast considering his size. This would make you believe that Donkey Kong was good at approaching his opponents, but this isn't the case. Even though Donkey Kong's speed allows him to get to his opponents quickly, he really doesn't have any good approach options. His dash attack is horrible, one of the worst in the game, because it's kind of the opposite of what a good dash attack should have. Speed with some range. His dash attack slows down all the momentum he has from running. DK basically runs full speed at his opponent and then stops right in front of them and just sticks his foot out. That's just not gonna get it done. Dash attacks are generally risky moves that should be used carefully, because if your opponent sees you coming full head of steam at them, their first instinct is probably going to be to use their shield, and then punish the dash attack by grabbing you. This is why dashing in and grabbing instead of using a dash attack is such an effective technique in Brawl. Unfortunately, Donkey Kong isn't good at this either. His grab also slows down his momentum, and if it misses, which it usually does, it will leave DK extremely vulnerable to getting punished because of the high end lag. Despite his grab not being effective for approach, it still has good range. Donkey Kong's best approach option is probably a back air to his opponent's face. His back air is definitely his best aerial and has a strong case for his best move, but it's not ideal for an aerial to be a character's best approach option because they don't have any good approach options on the ground. This means Donkey Kong will usually struggle against characters with good projectiles that force DK to approach, because DK has no projectiles himself. Having Having no projectile and no good approach options is a huge weakness for Donkey Kong, but his biggest weakness of all is by far his recovery. His recovery itself is actually pretty good because it has great horizontal range and does a good job of protecting DK from getting ledge guarded. The problem is, this is his only way to recover. Notice how I didn't say this move was good for a vertical recovery? This up special recovery does anything but make Donkey Kong go up. His up special gives him so little distance vertically that if DK tries to air dodge while off the ledge, he will probably fall too far down to recover. This basically means that if a character tries to ledge guard him, he can't air dodge, and it's better for DK to just get hit than to try and air dodge and then immediately remember his up special doesn't go up, and instead make DK fall to his death. And I don't even want to tell you what good projectiles do against DK. Try to recover with DK against Zelda's fireballs. Let's just say, don't be surprised if you see that bad matchup episode coming out in the not too distant future. Donkey Kong is also bad at getting safely off ledge and avoiding ledge traps. He has a slow roll, and he has 2 get-up attacks, one good and one bad, but you can't choose which one he uses, so it's risky. The best thing to do with DK when he is hit off stage is immediately use your recovery. Don't wait or you'll end up getting ledge guarded until Kingdom Come, because you can't air dodge. With pretty much every other character in Brawl, it's best not to use the recovery immediately, because it will usually mean they will be recovering high, which is usually a pretty vulnerable position to be in. But no other character in Brawl has to worry about dying because they air dodged either. DK's lack of vertical recovery and heavy weight is a combination for him losing stocks way earlier than he should be. Donkey Kong's up special would be fine if he had another recovery for recovering vertically, but he doesn't. I really don't understand why this move isn't his side special, and he doesn't have a different recovery for his up special. He might as well, because his side special headbutt move doesn't help him at all with recovery. It is meant to be a setup move where he buries his opponent in the ground, and then he can kill them with his forward smash or charged up punch. But the move has such bad range and is pretty slow that it will rarely land. It's now time to talk about his major strengths. First off, Donkey Kong is one of the best combinations of strong moves and quick moves in Brawl. The majority of his moves all serve a purpose and are all useful. Honestly, I think his dash attack was probably his only move that should never be used. And while Donkey Kong is horrible at recovering, he is usually so dominant on the stage that he rarely gets knocked off. And while he is easy to ledge guard, he is also a great ledge guarder himself. I mentioned how one of DK's best moves is his back air, and it's probably his best approach option, but it is even better for ledge guarding. You wouldn't think DK would be able to ledge guard effectively because he wouldn't be able to get back to stage with his bad recovery. But remember, while his recovery is horrible vertically, it's one of the best recoveries horizontally. This is perfect for DK going deep for ledge guards with his back air. He can string off multiple back airs and then quickly recover horizontally with his up special. Even if his back air doesn't kill, it will usually hit the opponent far enough back to where they can't recover, or they end up getting ledge hogged by DK because his recovery takes him quickly back to ledge before the opponent can get to the ledge themselves. This is especially effective against characters with tether grabs. Yeah, this might actually be Ivysaur's worst matchup, but honestly, his tether grab is so bad that any character could ledge hog it. This gives Donkey Kong some good matchups against characters he might otherwise struggle with. He is actually really good against Olimar because of this, and his up special also protects him against Pikmin, but I'm getting a little sidetracked. Anyway, to put it simply, Donkey Kong is great at ledge guarding, mainly because of his back air. His forward air and down air both spike, but are both slow and hard to land, especially his forward air. His down air is the better option for spiking, but should only be used when trying to get an early kill. Otherwise, just use his back air for ledge guarding. Honestly though, DK usually doesn't need to try and fish for early kills, because he has loads of kill moves. He has some of the best smash attacks in the game, all of them extremely strong with good range. His down smash is great for ledge trapping, and his up smash and forward smash are just lethal, especially his forward smash, which has insane range and is just as strong as his charged up punch, which is another one of DK's many kill options. It too has great range. It's best to charge up his punch after the opponent has just lost his stock. It's honestly not worth charging up any other time, because there is no point making DK vulnerable like that when he has like 10 other kill options, especially back throw off the ledge. His back throw also easily leads into his back air for ledge guarding. Donkey Kong has a lot of moves that lead into each other, more commonly known as combos. This is probably surprising to a lot of people because Brawl isn't exactly known for its combos as compared to other Smash games, but DK has a lot of them. Just keep in mind most of these are not true combos. They can still be counterplayed by the opponent if they react quickly enough. Donkey Kong's tilts are the main moves used in these combos. His neutral attack combos into his forward tilt, back air into forward tilt, down throw into forward smash, up throw into up air, and his only true combo, up tilt into up air. Basically, Donkey Kong can rack up his opponent's damage really quickly, mainly with his tilts, which are all excellent and serve a purpose. His up tilt and forward tilt are both extremely quick and safe. So is his down tilt, which can also cause tripping, giving DK a great opportunity to unleash his forward smash. I honestly think his up tilt is probably his best move for how quick and safe it is, along with its great combo potential. Similar to Sheik's forward tilt, it can combo into itself. It's definitely between his up tilt and his back air for his best move. Donkey Kong truly is just one of the most polarizing characters in Brawl. He has a ton of major strengths and also a lot of major weaknesses. To me, they pretty much balance each other out to put Donkey Kong in the middle of mid-tier. If it weren't for his few massive weaknesses, he might be in the high-tier video. But at least he got to move up a good bit from my previous rankings. At number 18 is Rob. Rob is a well-balanced character in Brawl. He has decent speed, has good projectiles, multiple quick and safe moves, and plenty of kill power. Rob also has possibly the best recovery in the game. It's funny how he just went from the character who has possibly the hardest time recovering in the game to the character with possibly the best recovery in Brawl. I guess it just goes to show that there's a lot more to a character than just their recovery. Anyway, Rob's recovery is basically the same as Pit's recovery, except it can still be used again even if Rob gets hit while using this up special recovery. His side special can reflect projectiles, but the move is pretty slow, so it won't be effective against quicker projectiles. It's mainly a move that is just used to protect Rob and knock his opponent back. Rob's down special and neutral special are his two projectiles. His neutral special is a laser that automatically charges up in between uses. It also can't be used rapidly, so it's more of a use it now and then type of move. But at fully charged, it is huge and deals a good bit of knockback. His side special is his gyro, which can also be charged up but doesn't have to be for it to be effective. If the gyro misses, it will stay on the stage for a brief amount of time, giving Rob or his opponent a chance to grab it and throw it again. It's honestly more useful this way because on the second time around it can be thrown further and can also be thrown straight up into the air, which is a nice option for a ledge trap. Rob can also go out and ledge guard his opponent because he can easily get back to stage with his great recovery. His forward air is quick and a good option for ledge guarding. His down air can meteor smash, but it's pretty slow and not easy to land. Rob's back air is also powerful but very slow. His neutral air though is his best aerial and is the best neutral air in Brawl. It has excellent kill power and has great range because when Rob performs his neutral air, he spins all the way around, creating a wall of hitboxes around him, easily protecting Rob and making it an extremely hard move to punish. Rob also has good grab range and several quick and safe ground moves for racking up damage. His dash attack, neutral attack, and tilts are all very quick. His down tilt is quick and can cause tripping, and his up tilt is just really quick with basically no lag. Rob only has a few weaknesses. He really doesn't have much combo potential, and he doesn't have any amazing mechanics like a chain grab or anything. He also doesn't have very good throws out of grab. His back air and down air are both poor moves, and besides his neutral air, he doesn't have many other consistent kill options, especially since he is not a great ledge guarder. But his amazing recovery, insane neutral air, and several quick ground moves that are great for racking up damage easily make him good enough for the mid tier. At number 17 is that big bird King Dedede. King Dedede is honestly a little overrated in Brawl. First, King Dedede is a big and slow character with heavy weight. He doesn't have very good approach options with his horrible dash attack, but does have a projectile. His projectile is pretty slow, but is a decent option for ledge guarding. His back air is the best option for ledge guarding though. It's one of the best back airs in Brawl and has a long-lasting hitbox. His down air and up air are decent moves, while his forward air is pretty good because of its good range and excellent kill power. His neutral air is definitely his worst aerial. It pretty much has no range at all. His down special Jet Hammer also has horrible range and is not worth using regardless of its kill power because Dedede has much better kill options. All of his smash attacks are pretty strong. His forward smash is the strongest, but is a little slow. His down smash is quick, but only has decent range. His up smash is probably his best smash attack because of its excellent range, quickness, and good kill power. One of his best kill options though is actually his up tilt. It's extremely strong, has good range, and is extremely quick, making it Dedede's best tilt. His forward tilt is quick and has good range but deals very little damage. His down tilt has decent range and good knockback but is usually easy to avoid because Dedede has to lay down on the ground before using it, making it slow. His recovery is also pretty slow. It gives Dedede good vertical distance and decent horizontal distance, but it usually leaves Dedede pretty open to getting ledge guarded. This combined with Dedede's big size makes him one of the easiest characters in Brawl to ledge guard. This is one of the biggest weaknesses for Dedede, though King Dedede's biggest strength definitely outweighs this weakness. It is his grab range. King Dedede has excellent grab range, and the only characters who have better grab range are characters who use objects to grab their opponents like Link and Samus. But these type of grabs have significant end lag if they miss. Characters who grab with their hands don't have this problem, and the character with the best grab range out of those characters is King Dedede, making King Dedede the character with the best grab in Brawl. This allows Dedede to actually still be able to grab his opponents after he uses his down throw. And with how good Dedede's grab range is, he can even perform his down throw chain grab on lighter Brawl characters like Peach. This gives Dedede the best down throw chain grab in Brawl. I personally think it's even better than Falco's down throw chain grab. This down throw chain grab also leads into a ledge guarding opportunity, which is perfect for Dedede with how good he is at ledge guarding. It is pretty common for Dedede to finish off an opponent's stock by starting up a down throw chain grab and finishing it off with the back air while ledge guarding. It doesn't really surprise me that people believe King Dedede to be a top 10 Brawl character because of this. I just think that him not having a strong projectile or good approach options while being slow, easily ledge guardable, and being one of the biggest characters in Brawl, making him an easy target to hit and combo, is why he can't be a top 10 Brawl character. I personally just think there are a lot of characters that should be ahead of him because they have much fewer weaknesses, but King Dedede is still one of my favorite characters to play with in Brawl, mainly because grabbing is my favorite move to use in Brawl, and since Dedede is the best at it and has a down throw chain grab to go along with it, of course I'm going to love playing with him. At number 16 is the two Eskimos, otherwise known as the Ice Climbers. The Ice Climbers straight up are the worst cheaters in Brawl, because there is two of them fighting together at the same time. They also have an infinite chain grab. I can hesitantly accept the fact that there is two of them fighting together because just one of them on their own would be one of the worst characters in Brawl, but I just can't bring myself to accept the infinite chain grab, so I am ranking them as if it doesn't exist, because I honestly think it's ridiculous that infinites even exist. It's an extremely unfair advantage to have a move that will always end in the opponent losing a stock, and I don't want to throw the Ice Climbers in my top 5 every year just because of this. Instead, let's focus on their much less broken moves and mechanics. The Ice Climbers are extremely dependent on each other. If the CPU-controlled Ice Climber is killed, that only leaves the one to fend for himself. With only one Ice Climber, it is extremely hard to recover, because it takes both Ice Climbers to use their up special recovery. The recovery itself isn't great, and usually leaves the CPU-controlled Ice Climber open to attack. The good thing is that the CPU-controlled Ice Climber can't take any damage. Though this doesn't mean it's pointless to go after them when the opportunity presents itself, because if the CPU-controlled Ice Climber is gotten rid of, it's much easier to finish off the other, mainly because of the reason I already gave earlier on the recovery. If the Ice Climbers are knocked away from each other, it usually makes them pretty helpless and easier for the opponent to take one of them. This is a pretty big weakness for the Ice Climbers. Another weakness of the Ice Climbers is their lack of consistent kill options. When the Ice Climbers don't have an infinite chain grab to rely on, they can have a difficult time finishing off their opponent. Their smash attacks are pretty quick but not very strong, while only having decent range. Their back air is decently strong but has poor range, while the other aerials are good for racking up damage but not for killing. Having a lack of good consistent kill options definitely isn't helping out the Ice Climbers, but they are good at racking up damage, especially with their tilts. They have a really good up tilt and forward tilt. Both are quick, have good range, and deal significant amount of damage. Their down tilt is also good and is pretty quick as well. The Ice Climbers also have a pretty safe projectile. Unsurprisingly, their projectile is ice. This move on its own isn't great, but since the Ice Climbers can fire off the ice rapidly, it makes it difficult for the opponent to avoid. The Ice Climbers also have a solid approach option, and it's actually not their dash attack. Their dash attack doesn't have good range and is slow, making it easy to punish, but their side special is a great approach option. The ice climbers basically twirl around their hammers while spinning in a circle toward their opponent. It's very quick and does a good job of protecting the ice climbers. Their down special is also a pretty safe move because it covers on both sides of the ice climbers, making it a good option for a ledge trap. It can also freeze the opponent, giving the ice climbers a chance to punish. These things are all useful and make the ice climbers at least decent characters, but what makes them good enough to be near the top of mid tier? What makes them better than a character like King Dedede with his down throw chain grab, or Rob, who has the best recovery and neutral air in Brawl? Well, the answer comes back to the fact that there is two of them. In my opinion, grabbing is one of the most important mechanics in Brawl and is extremely useful for counterplaying an opponent who likes to use their shield a lot. Unfortunately, it's only possible to grab one character and not two. Yes, since there are two ice climbers, it means that they can basically avoid getting punished out of grabs. Sure, it's possible to grab one of the ice climbers, but what's going to stop the other ice climber from helping out his buddy when he gets grabbed? This will usually prevent either ice climber from getting thrown out of grab, because the ice climber that didn't get grabbed will hit the opponent before they can punish the other ice climber. This is a huge advantage for the ice climbers, an advantage that only they have. Not only that, but when their opponent grabs an ice climber, it leaves them wide open for attack, because they can't shield while they are holding on to one of the ice climbers. So grabbing, one of the most useful moves in Brawl, is just unusable against the ice climbers. This means the ice climbers can basically abuse their ability to hold shield all game, because they won't get punished for it. This also allows the ice climbers to avoid ever getting chain grabbed. This advantage that only the ice climbers have makes them one of the best defensive characters in Brawl, and takes them from being potentially at the top of low tier to being in the middle of mid tier. I'm going to be honest with you, the ice climbers are my least favorite characters in Brawl, but I've got to admit, it's a nice advantage to not have to worry about getting grabbed at all during a match. Up next is a character I had top 10 in my previous rankings. That would be Mr. Game & Watch. My opinion on Game & Watch hasn't changed much since last time. He's a good, solid character, but isn't a great character, which should probably be a requirement for top 10. Mr. Game & Watch is a slow but lightweight character. He has multiple consistent kill options and plenty of ways to rack up damage. He has a decent recovery and good range with the majority of his moves. All of these things alone makes Game & Watch better than low tier. Unfortunately, he does have some flaws though. One of his biggest flaws is his lack of a solid projectile and good approach options. His slow speed obviously makes it difficult for him to approach, but he doesn't really have any good moves for approaching either. His dash attack is horrible and should never be used. He really has no other options for approaching on the ground. Dashing in and grabbing is not really an option for Game & Watch either, because of his slow speed and lackluster range on his grab. This could be detrimental to Game & Watch if it weren't for his down special. His down special is one of the most interesting and unique moves in Brawl. It sort of serves as a reflector, except it doesn't knock away projectiles, it absorbs them. This is great against projectiles that will shoot directly at Game & Watch, like Samus's missiles, Falco's lasers, Fox's lasers, Wolf's gun, Pit's arrows, or even Snake's rocket launcher. This gives Game & Watch a decent chance against characters he probably would otherwise struggle with. Not only that, but his down special can also be used as an offensive move. After Game & Watch collects 3 projectiles, he can use his down special as a strong attack. It has excellent range and sufficient kill power. This down special is probably only useful against 1/3 of Brawl's characters, but it is definitely still worth having to save Game & Watch from having to use one of his weak approach options on the ground. Mr. Game & Watch will have to take to the air if he does want to approach. His neutral air and forward air are both decent approach options. His forward air is probably the best way to go though, because of its better range as compared to his neutral air. Both of these moves are both quick and safe, as are all of Game & Watch's aerials. His back air is probably his best aerial, while his up air is definitely his worst. It has good range but is very weak, and it has the strange ability to blow opposing characters high up into the air. Up airs in general are usually worse moves than, for example, the forward air or back air. While forward airs and back airs usually push the opponents off ledge, opening up a great opportunity to ledge guard and possibly finish off the opponent's stock, up airs just push the opponents further away upward and don't usually provide a great opportunity to punish afterward. It's best for an up air to either have low knockback, like Meta Knight's up air so it can combo into itself, or it should have high knockback while being a strong move for a kill option. Unfortunately, neither of these describe Mr. Game & Watch's up air. His does have high knockback, but the move is extremely weak, not allowing it to be used as a kill move. This isn't a huge deal because Game & Watch still has other great aerials and much better kill options. Mr. Game & Watch has some of the best smash attacks in Brawl. All of them are useful and very powerful. His down smash covers on both sides of him and is extremely strong, making it a solid kill option while ledge trapping. His forward smash is his best smash attack and his best kill option. It has excellent range and is surprisingly quick for a smash attack and has long-lasting hitboxes. I can't tell you how many times I've got caught by this forward smash because I thought the move was done, so I let go of the shield too early and ended up getting killed by it. So Game & Watch clearly has plenty of good kill options, but how good is he at racking up damage? Well, he's not too bad at that either. All of his tilts are good at racking up damage. His up tilt and forward tilt are both solid, while his down tilt is probably his best tilt. It has excellent range and is good at keeping his opponent back. His neutral special is also great at keeping his opponents back. It is extremely effective at stopping any of his opponent's approach options, because not only does the food that is being thrown at his opponent have hitboxes, but the frying pan he is throwing the food off of has a hitbox as well. The move does have significant end lag though, so it should be used carefully. Same goes for his neutral attack. It also has high end lag, but is also useful against approaching opponents. Mr. Game & Watch is just one of the best characters in Brawl at stopping approach options with his neutral attack and also his down tilt and neutral special. He also has several reliable kill options with his smash attacks, and even his side special can kill if it lands on the number 9, but that's more of a desperation kill option than anything else. So why did Game & Watch drop down by 6 spots since last time? Well, I already mentioned his poor approach options, but he can make up a little for that with his down special that can counter certain projectiles and allows Game & Watch to camp and not have to approach. But something Game & Watch can't make up for is his slow roll. It's the slowest roll in the game. That's a huge problem. Rolls are supposed to be lifesavers in Smash Bros. They're probably the safest moves to do in Smash. Rolls are extremely quick and safe because of their few frames of invincibility. It's basically the equivalent to a character air dodging, but it's on the ground. So I guess instead of a roll, it should be called ground dodging. Well, I guess I just made up my own new Smash term. Anyway, not only is rolling super safe and quick, but also can get a character out of a dangerous situation or a disadvantaged state and put them into a favorable situation. Rolling behind your opponent is one of the most effective strategies in Smash Bros. Instead of facing right at them and having a good chance to get hit, instead Instead, roll behind them where they are vulnerable, and since rolling is so quick, it makes it easy to punish the opponent before they know what's happening. At least that's how it's supposed to work. For some reason, Game & Watch has the opposite of this. His roll is slow and not safe. His roll is so slow that it can actually be pretty easy to punish. Not only does Game & Watch not get to punish his opponent by rolling behind them, but he actually gets punished himself. This is a huge, if not the biggest weakness for Mr. Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch also has some of the worst throws out of grab I've ever seen. For some reason, all of his throws out of grab shoots his opponent upward. It also hurts Game & Watch's ability to ledge guard, because he won't get any opportunity to ledge guard if he can only throw his opponent up instead of throwing them off the stage. This severely decreases Mr. Game & Watch's ledge guarding opportunities, and he's not honestly that great at ledge guarding anyway. Sure, he can land a back air or a forward air for ledge guarding every now and then, but they usually won't kill. He really doesn't have any good kill options when he ledge guards because his aerials aren't very strong, and he doesn't have any meteor smashes. He is much better at ledge trapping. His down smash can cover the roll off ledge, and his quick aerials are good for covering the jump. His good ledge trapping combined with his multiple consistent kill options, quick and safe aerials and tilts, useful special moves, and his ability to keep approaching opponents back is what makes Mr. Game & Watch a good character. But his poor approach options, lackluster ledge guarding, bad throws out grab, and horrible roll are what keep him from being a great character, and ultimately is what keeps Mr. Game & Watch out of the top 10 and even out of the high tier. At number 14 is Link. Link is one of the better projectile characters in Brawl. He has 3 projectiles in his bombs, tornado, and bow and arrows. All of these moves are his special moves. His neutral special bow and arrow is decent, but not a great projectile. It can shoot very quickly with excellent range, but it has to be charged up, giving his opponent ample time to avoid or shield the arrow. Link's side special projectile is easier to land, but isn't very strong. It can pull opponents back toward Link though, so Link can hit them again with a stronger move. His down special bombs is probably his most useful projectile. Even though they can do damage to Link, they are still useful, mainly for ledge guarding. Link can throw his bombs high into the air, which is a great thing to have for catching opponents who try to recover high. It also gives Link time to ledge trap his opponent. Link can throw a bomb into the air and then ledge trap. This can make it difficult for an opponent to get past. If they try to roll off ledge, Link can cover behind him with his down smash. Link's down smash covers on both sides of him and is pretty quick and strong with good range. One of Link's biggest strengths is his range. Link's huge sword gives him excellent range on the majority of his moves. Even some of his moves not involving his sword have good range. Link has one of the longest grabs in the game. The only downside is that it has a horrible amount of end lag, making it easily punishable if missed. But there is a way to get rid of the end lag. By using this move in the air, it eliminates the lag. It won't grab the opponent, but it's very quick and safe move that is great for knocking the opponent back with its good range. It also serves as a tether grab. This serves as a much needed horizontal recovery for Link. It does have good range as a move, but not quite enough to be a reliable recovery. Link's up special though has good vertical range and decent horizontal range, making it his go-to recovery. It also does a great job of protecting Link from being ledge guarded. It also is a great offensive move too. The versatility of Link's 2 recoveries recoveries being great offensive moves is a huge advantage for Link. Amazingly enough though, Link is still not great at recovering. Not because his recoveries are bad, but because he has extremely fast fall speed due to his heavy weight. Link is heavy, but his insanely fast fall speed would make you think he was one of the heaviest characters in the game. His heaviness does give him good survivability from being killed early from strong moves, but his fast fall speed really hurts his chance of recovering. This is probably Link's biggest weakness. On the ground though, Link is a challenge to fight against. He has a good neutral attack and some of the best tilts in the game. His tilts are quick with good range. His up tilt is probably his best tilt, while his forward tilt is good and his down tilt has the ability to meteor smash. His down tilt is one of his best options for ledge guarding. Since Link has such fast fall speed and not great horizontal recovery, it is very risky for him to try and go after his opponents off stage. He is much better at ledge trapping or using this very effective down tilt spike at ledge. It's great for catching floaty characters and is a much needed early kill option for Link. Link's forward smash is probably his only other consistent kill option, while his down smash is just decent and his up smash, while being a great move for racking up damage, is not extremely strong and doesn't hold much kill power. His up air though does have good kill power, but has a small hitbox making it difficult to land. His down air is a good kill option at later percents, and his neutral air, forward air, and back air are weaker but quick moves for racking up damage. Overall, Link is good at racking up damage and killing. He doesn't have very good approach options and he's pretty slow, but his multiple projectiles usually save him from having to approach in the first place. His main flaw is just his fast fall speed that limits his ability to go out for ledge guards and makes it difficult for him to recover. Somehow that alone is enough for me to keep Link out of the high tier, so you know we've got some good characters coming up. And speaking of good characters, we have now arrived at my favorite Smash Bros. Character ever, and the best mid-tier character in Brawl, Samus. Samus is the second best projectile character in Brawl. She has multiple projectiles, she shoots out missiles with her side special, she can either shoot out quick missiles that just go in a straight line, or guided missiles which are slower but follow the opponent. Both of these are great long-range attacks for Samus. Her charge shot is her strongest projectile. It takes a good bit of time to charge up though, and Samus can only charge up this move on the ground, unlike Lucario who can charge up his projectile on the ground and in the air. This means Samus will have to find the right situation to charge it up. Even though it may not be easy to find a good time to charge it up, it is still necessary because it is Samus's best kill option. Besides her charge shot, she really doesn't have any great kill options. Her smash attacks aren't extremely strong, her down smash and up smash are both easy to land, but aren't very strong. Her forward smash is her strongest smash attack, but it's pretty slow and easy to avoid. Samus is just generally a pretty weak character who has very few strong moves. This is by far Samus's biggest weakness. Samus is just not going to kill early, unless she lands a down air spike while ledge guarding, but her down air isn't very quick, so it's not very reliable. Her other aerials are pretty good though, well except for her back air, which is a really difficult move to land because of its short hitbox duration. Her neutral air and up air are both good aerials though, and her forward air is definitely her best aerial. It has excellent range, deals good damage, and is very quick. It is also one of the best momentum canceling moves in Brawl. It helps Samus live much longer than she otherwise otherwise would. Even though Samus is heavy, she doesn't have very fast fall speed and has pretty decent air mobility. This allows her to easily recover, along with the fact that she has some great moves for recovering. Her up special is a great vertical recovery, and it's very hard to ledge guard against because it does a great job of protecting Samus. Because of this, it is also a great offensive move, and her up smash even combos into it. Her up smash into up special is a great combo for Samus to rack up damage on her opponent. Her other way to recover is her tether grab, which just happens to be the best tether recovery in Brawl. It has insane range and is a great option for Samus to recover horizontally. Between her tether recovery and her up special, Samus will never have any trouble recovering, and since both of these moves protect Samus, it makes Samus one of the toughest characters in Brawl to ledge guard against. Her tether recovery involves Samus using her whip to recover, but she can also use this move offensively. It gives Samus great range on her grab. If her grab misses though, it does have significant end lag just like Link's grab, but also like Link's grab, she can also use this move in the air to eliminate the end lag. This is just one of Samus's best moves. It is great at keeping her opponent back with its excellent range. Between this and her projectiles, any opponent will have an extremely hard time approaching Samus. Samus will rarely have to approach opponents because of this, which is good because she doesn't have very good approach options. Her dash attack isn't great, and her aerials aren't great for approaching either. Even though Samus isn't great at approaching and she has very few kill options, she is still great at racking up damage. I already mentioned her great projectiles, but she also has some decent close range moves. Her down tilt is actually one of her best moves, and is the best down tilt in Brawl. It has excellent range and is surprisingly strong. It is the strongest down tilt in Brawl and actually holds some kill power. This is probably one of Samus's best kill options. It won't kill early, but it's an easy move to land, and Samus doesn't have many strong moves that are easy to land. Most of her other ground moves though are just average. She has a decent up tilt and decent neutral attack. They aren't strong and are a little slow, but have decent range. Samus just isn't great at killing. She can really only kill with her charge shot, down tilt, down smash, or forward smash, but none will kill extremely early unless she lands a charge shot on her opponent near the blast zone or she gets a down air spike, but neither are consistent. Her lack of kill power is what is keeping her out of the high tier, but Samus is still a really good character because she is one of the toughest characters to approach and ledge guard against in the whole game. She also has the best down tilt in Brawl and one of the best forward airs, all while being one of the best projectile characters in Brawl. Samus is just so much fun to play with in Brawl, and is the best character in the mid tier. If you made it this far, then please like and subscribe. These videos take a long time, as in I've been working on them since October of last year, but I enjoyed doing them and hope you enjoyed watching it. Join me again tomorrow where I'll take you through the high tier characters in Brawl.